But how many views? Scripts.
Hello. Hello, YouTubers. Joe Kersey and Paul here. On December 1st, 2014 at 17:31 Eastern Time. So add 5 hours onto that. Do math in your head. Well, I guess that'd be 22:31 Greenwich Mean Time.
Or 5:30 in the evening.
All right. And Lord knows in Australia they've got all sorts of strange new things going on. So now, this is a bit of a celebration, and I'm going to have to just do this because we're celebrating here on the Joe Kersey channel 2 years. 2 years. First video went up on the 1st of December 2012, and here we are on the 1st of December 2014. 538 videos. This will be 539 for what it's worth. Actually, in reality, to be honest, you ought to subtract 2 of those because after there was this little snafu about me and unintentionally including some music during a farm trade show, farm equipment trade show. There's like 15 seconds or 20 seconds of music. My video was flagged for a copyright violation. It was being played over an overhead loudspeaker. I didn't even pay attention to it. I don't pay attention to that popular music stuff. I'm a classical music guy, for the most part. Well, not totally, but anyway, it didn't occur to me. And they flagged me, and I didn't understand about, I guess YouTube is sort of like a totalitarian country, and they want you to admit your guilt. And they said I'd violated copyright. Well, if I'd violated copyright, as an Anglo-American, I would assume I had violated it deliberately. I didn't violate it because I didn't even realize I had violated it. Now, if I'd intended to violate it, then I would either admit or I did or lie. And so I said I didn't violate. I didn't understand how it worked, but, this friend of mine in Australia explained to me, no, that's not how it works. You've got to just roll over and die for them. And okay, so once I did that, then that was fine. But my video was still banned in Germany.
Germany banned it?
No. Well, I don't know whether Germany banned it or Google banned it or YouTube banned it. It was banned in Germany. I was banned. Well, that was just that one video. I'm assuming my other videos haven't been banned in Germany. Although I don't have any subscribers from Germany.
Oh, I thought.
Although I do have people, in Europe that, actually, Europe proper that watch it. Well, anyway, that's neither here nor there. Now, today, Paul and I rewatched this 43-minute behemoth that we put up, that involved me kissing his head.
Game Day Weekend, which was...
Well, it was...
blocked off because of kisses on the cheek.
Oh, no. Well, see, I couldn't monetize my last video probably because either Paul had this sweatshirt on pimping for a major Central Ohio university, or what was the other thing?
Be careful.
I know. I know. I'm going to spill that on my crotch. And I'll have a wet crotch.
Or a purple rug.
Well, hell with the rug. I don't know. Who gives a hell about the rug? Well, we all like wet crotches sometimes, don't we, guys? Wait a minute, it started already. Just the way we do things. Way we
Yes, be careful with that.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're actually. You weren't doing innuendos.
No, just be careful. Don't stain anything.
There's nothing here to be stained, Paul.
Well,
God bless us
Your
all.
clothes.
Oh, hell, these are black. These are black chill pants. They're not gonna get stained.
This was a light color.
Oh, it's not. Plus, it's like a farming jacket. You know, I mean, the more stains on that, the more manly I look. We have to always try to increase our manly looks. Here on the Jokers channel. Our focus is really getting out of hand. I do need to settle down.
I told you to be careful.
Paul, would you get me a rag, please?
I told you to be careful.
I know. I mean, this man's been sleeping pretty much all afternoon, and now I'm getting shit from him.
I can't help it.
That's okay. I don't mind. I mean,
It's my first day off.
Well,
I sleep.
Well,
most of the
sleep.
day.
No, I don't mind. I don't resent that. I think you should.
You know,
But I'm saying,
Friday.
but now that I've been up since like 4:30 this morning, I'm starting to get the creep.
Fine, crash.
I don't want to crash. I want to stay up, be a man.
Yeah.
Well, I do. That's the way I was raised. That was, what I was taught to do. Do what you have to do to see. A pro does what he has to do what he has to do. I think we need to say that again. A pro does what he has to do what he has to do. And if that involves certain, how shall we say, compromises or things that might be questionable to some people, well, here's an idea. You go into a job where those sorts of situations happen and you deal with it. Well, I'm sure that there's tons of people out there that have been in jobs where those situations have happened and they've had to deal with it. And we all have to make those decisions. All the time. Every day. Integrity. Honesty. Doing the best you can for the people that you're actually directly responsible for or to. In medicine especially. Well, I imagine in law. Well, I mean, there's tons. I mean, accountancy. That happens in life, guys. It just does. I mean, you're out there and the excrements, getting blown around in the wind by the fan, whether it's hit it or not. And, there we are. Well, today I did see a couple of female deer running about now, but I didn't see the potentially associated male chasing them around. We had a little rain today. Actually, we had a moderate amount of rain. It's just not a heavy rain, but just
drizzle.
Well, what's that line? The rain came down. It came down from heaven like a gentle rain. Oh, that's in uh, that Portia speech from Merchant of Venice. You know, mercy rain down from like a gentle rain from heaven. The quality of mercy is not strange; it comes down like a gentle rain from heaven.
And a hair harder than a mist.
Yes, yes, that's an excellent way to put it. A hair harder than mist. And since Paul isn't wearing an Ohio State University sweatshirt, perhaps YouTube will allow me to monetize this. Not that I expect to make a $1 billion off this, but just because I do it for the fun of it, Because there's no way I'm going to let them, into my bank account to the direct deposit any of this stuff. Now this T-shirt was given to him by our neighbor from who'd gone up to Maine.
And she went to see relatives.
Yeah, I don't know what town was that.
I don't know. It's been a couple of years.
Well, it was in Maine.
It's called Mangy Moose.
Yeah,
Maine.
but I think that one. I don't know. I don't think that's the name of the town. I think that's the name of the bar that was in.
Or the guest house they stayed in.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, it sounded like a great trip for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Showed us great photographs of the place all inside and everything. And it was neat. No, instead of like the windows, having to open the windows.
I like those.
Up,
I like those.
So the windows having to go up. No, they would. The windows slid into the walls.
What do they call it? Like pocket doors. They call it's like pocket windows and the pocket doors. Yeah.
And
I do like. Oh, that's neat.
Yeah. So lifting them down.
Those are bastards to make. Those are
wall.
bastards to construct too. Yeah.
She said it was neat as hell because they had a corner room. And she said, you literally open the whole corner of the room up.
I've been in some of these places where you've got the windows that go up to the corner on each right angle, and I have to say I don't particularly like that. Basically in the back of my mind, I'm thinking structurally, what's keeping this quarter from falling down? I really have as you all know, my head works a little oddly from other folks' heads. It's a wonderful country in there, guys. It can be disquieting at times, though, from time to time. I know there's some people out there that understand that.
Or used to be people out there that would understand.
No. I haven't lost all that, man. I've probably only lost about 5 subscribers over the last 2 years. Oh, you're talking about people.
Period.
Well, people
understand what we were talking about.
Yeah, but people that no longer
everything about the house that are no longer about.
You mean no longer associated with us,
or even alive.
Oh well, that too. Yeah. There's Art and the other Art and Nick and.
Art, Nick, Pete, yeah, Pete, Art and Pete, and Nick and.
Oh yeah, Peter, yeah, Art and Peter, yeah, they're dead. Yeah. And Nick's dead, and yeah. Then here's Pat. Pat just died, and yeah. Tempest Fugit, huh? Fugit.
Yeah, everybody would run around with them. Like,
Now, Paul is getting ready to smoke his last cigarette here at some point between now and, I guess, the morning. Show him that last cigarette there, Paul. God bless him. This is going to be a struggle. But
no shit.
he'll fight the good fight. He's fought it before. He's actually stopped at least once before. You said at least several times before.
Yeah, but I just stopped.
Oh, but yeah, well, you're right. He just stopped. But you stopped at least once. I was around you when you did. But before that, you would stop. Wait a minute, I want to smell that one. But you would smell. You had stopped a couple of times earlier, hadn't you? Yeah. Oh, now this is much better than the pack from
But
yesterday.
every time I quit, somebody bought me a carton of cigarettes. Whenever I quit.
Oh, it was like in the old days, Christmas time.
Why'd you do that?
When you'd give the teacher a present for Christmas, kids would take in cartons of cigarettes to their teacher. And they were always Christmas cartons. They always had like little holly and berries and Santa Clauses and things. Even some of the more adventurous ones had nativity scenes. On this, carton of cigarettes, and so
they definitely don't allow that.
Like an apple to the teacher, they'd put the carton of cigarettes on the teacher's desk, and thank you, it's like, see, those were the great days. That was the great days when people would actually be real people doing what they really wanted to do, rather than having to restrain themselves because of the health fascist state health Nazis. Now, am I saying that's the right thing to do? No, I'm not saying the right thing. I'm using the wrong word. Am I saying that's the wise thing to do? No. But am I saying, should people get a hard on about it? I'm also saying no.
But it does
give it a rest. I'm sorry.
It does shock you when you quit smoking and you tell a doctor, and the doctor buys you a carton of cigarettes. Thank you.
Oh, for the kiss or the carton of cigarettes?
No.
Oh.
The shock. No. You tell a doctor you quit smoking, and the doctor turns around, buys you a carton of cigarettes, and gives it to you as a gift.
Well, when did this happen to you? Is this real, or are we into the tales from the Apocrypha?
2 times.
Would you care to elaborate? We have a little bit of time. It's only been almost 20 minutes.
What? Should I say his name aloud?
Well, no names. No names, no pack drill. No names, no pack drill. Oh, well, that's okay. Well, well, at some point I may discuss, a major surgery I did with this man, but maybe not. Well, you know what I mean. Fred,
yeah, I know. Yeah, Fred.
Yeah, well, yeah. Yes. Well, anyway, without becoming becalmed there, as would be all too easy to do. Anything else you wish to add?
No?
Now you go back to work tomorrow, right?
Right.
And then you
And
work.
then I'm home Friday.
Now, but do you work a full day Wednesday or just a half day Wednesday?
No, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
So you work a full day Wednesday. For some reason, I must have had a dream where you worked a half day Wednesday.
Well, it depends on how fast the day goes.
Well, the day won't go any faster or
Well,
slower.
I'm not sure what the schedule is. I'll have
Well,
to look.
all right. Well, I guess I'll have to.
It's on the thing at the front desk.
I guess I'll have to be sure I've done all of my watching porn and jacking off
Why not?
before you get home on Wednesday at noon.
We're getting like 40 to 50 check-ins all week.
All week? It's a slow week.
I know.
Well, then are they still tearing up? Well, you're not tearing the place up to
They're
the 10.
not going to start till 10.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know what's going on after the 10. Anyway. We're hopping this week. I mean, 40, 50, you've got old stayovers. I mean, come on, think about it. A lot of people are off because of winter quarter and stuff.
There's no quarters anymore, unfortunately. It's all semester.
Yeah, but schools still have a
all-
winter break.
It's all semester. I'm sorry.
They still have a winter break, and these people run around with the kids. Like Sunday night,
You feel so good.
families with kids were checking in when I was getting ready to leave and come home. Now, okay, if there's no kind of a break, why is the kid out on holiday and running around the country? Instead of being at home and going to school and getting...
Well, if he's going to a public school, it
right.
doesn't make any damn bit of difference because, if he's going to public school, it's not as if he's going to school at all. It's just like random learning. I don't know. I mean, some of these more expensively taxed areas like Olentangy, it might not be all that irrational, but I mean, anybody that comes to public school systems, I mean, they may as well just have their brain, there may as well be a needle insert in their brain and just fry their brain because they're not gonna be worth a damn.
Well, all I've got to say, if your school's in session, the kids should be there.
Oh, absolutely.
Going to the damn
Well, that's
thing.
right.
No matter how lousy it is.
And that is absolutely correct. Here we go. Do what you have to do what you have to do.
And get what education you freaking can. No matter how bad the teachers are.
Well, I don't think the teachers are so bad. Well, I don't know. Maybe they are. Maybe they're moronic. I mean, some of them are. Well, some of them are. Well, some are. I have to say that I only had probably 2 bad teachers. Well, maybe 3. From elementary school up through high school.
Right.
And I had several that would be very, very excellent.
Right. I did too.
But I just want, obviously it's like at my son's school, obviously he's very good. But I get the sense from him that most of his colleagues are reasonably good at what they do. Maybe there's a certain amount of stylistic differences that annoy him, but not. That's to be expected. It's like practicing medicine. I mean, there's a certain amount of aesthetic differences in practicing medicine. I mean, even though the guy's doing a good or the woman's doing a good job in practicing medicine.
Right, you would do it your way, and I would do it my way.
Yeah. And that's
totally different.
That's fine. That's as long as you take care of the patient. Actively do no harm.
and keep them alive.
Well, and don't sit there and read your damn newspaper, you know, like some of these guys did, and talk to your broker on the phone, and you know, I mean,
Stop in
you
the
know,
middle of
you
the
know,
case and
and
take a lunch break for
yeah,
an hour.
and you know, and actually lay a hand on the patient from time to time to see if they're actually still warm and alive. Yes.
A lunch break in the middle of the case.
Well, no, he never took a lunch break in the middle of the case, but what he would do is he would shut down this room for an hour, you know, and essentially that room makes upwards of $15,000 an hour for the hospital, and this guy would insist on going down and having lunch, you know, when what he ought to do is just get his ass back in the room and do the case, you know. I prided myself on having the fastest turnover of anybody up there. I
You
I
didn't eat all day.
I never took a lunch break.
Yeah.
Very occasionally toward the end of the afternoon, if I was going to work in the late early evening, I would say I really do need to sit down here for about 10-15 minutes.
Give me a breather.
Well,
I'll be back.
yeah, and if that patient had happened to die on the table, you know, if it had been a big trauma or this or that, I would say I really do need to sort of sit here for about 20 minutes and just sort of ponder if I could have done anything differently. Other than that, you know, I was going at it hammer and tongs, and I would not have done it any other way because I was not raised to do things any other way. I was not trained to do things any other way. I could not have looked at myself as a human being and done things any other way.
Yeah. You don't stop and just walk off from whatever
Absolutely.
you're doing.
No. It may be very onerous. It may be very terrible, but you just do it. As I told my son very early on, and as he now repeats back to me, God bless him, a pro does what he has to do what he has to do. And on that note,
We're going to bed.
well, no,
Well,
we're going to eat some food, but then by the grace of God, we'll go to bed. So bye-bye, YouTubers.